Hey guys, setting up my bag here. I think I can go, well, rock makes it a little bit easier with the extra distance. I'm going to go, I believe, Kingmaker. And as a safety measure, you're going to see me bring Machete and Houdini. So my Houdini is 70 accuracy. I'm going to play it at about 2.0-ish per ring at 70 accuracy. Maybe 2.1, maybe. Probably 2.0 per ring at max club. And with Machete, I'm going to play it still very close to maybe 2 per ring as well. So both, when I add these on with these accuracy levels, I'm going to play them very close to 2 per ring both. At max club only. So if I'm at half club, then I'm going to do the difference. But the reason that I bring those is because they have full backspin. And I am going to get somewhat aggressive with this drive because I have to get it down far enough to be sure that I'm still in thorn range for the pitch. And if I don't drive it far enough, then that means I have to, well, that's another thing that you can do. I think I have B52 on, just as a safety measure, even though I am going to try to get, very aggressive, but I will put Saturn on additionally. It's not that big a deal for me, but you might want to throw it on anyway. Because the way that I'm going to go about playing this hole, I'm going to definitely be very aggressive with my approach to make sure that the drive is long enough. So I don't care technically that it's in the rough. I don't want it there, but I'd rather it be there than have to. So here's the whole thing with the Saturn. You're probably not backspinning a Saturn into the cup. But there's a chance that I'm backspinning Machete into the cup or Houdini into the cup. So with that principle in mind, I'd rather go too long than not long enough. And I recommend that you guys approach this hole very similarly and don't necessarily worry about running it through too far. But also be noticed that, we're not using very long clubs for this setup to score well. So we don't need to do very much. But here you can see very similarly, I'm going to set up very close to max here. And you can see with my ball guide, I'm going to be right around there. And aside from that, I'm going to pull very close to maybe 8 rings here. So there's about 5. Maybe just a hair into power here. So there you can see that, hair into power. Like I said, I'm going to stay semi-aggressive because I really don't care. I obviously don't want it in the rough. But if I get it down here close enough, which it looks like it does work out, well, that means I'm in thorn range now. So there's almost no way I'm going to be in Saturn range anyway. But let's just say, worst case scenario, I just threw it in just in case, just to be on the cautious side. That's going to give me that full backspin option. It's not going to probably be holeable, but it's going to easily get you into, the top, within the top center of the green, to where you only have a 10-foot putt behind the hole. So, definitely recommend that for a tip for you guys. Aside from that, it's going to be a backspin thorn. Now, what you got to do is you got to play it off the fringe. So, I don't recommend the fairway. It just gets too complicated. And you can't land it on the green, it's too long. So you have to set up on the fringe, you have to aim on the fringe, and you also have to land it on the fringe. So that's how you're going to see me set up here. And you can see I even have just the possibility to just try to dunk this as well, which is something that I would also be willing to try as well. But here you can see kind of the way that I'm setting up, and do be careful to notice that I am purposefully setting up to the right with my guide. It's because I know after I play these rings, it's going to deflect slightly. And with I'm going to overplay my wind here a bit. So you're going to see me go with just a fraction more than 6 rings here. Got my perfect. And there you can see that looks good. Here comes the bounce. Here comes rolling back towards the hole and just missing. So you do need to do a bit of an overplay, even with that offset. You can see how close that was to coming back in. You can see it was just fraction. I mean, I just went just a hair, you know, a tenth of a ring too much. So it's going to give you a very makeable approach. You know, the biggest thing that I can recommend for you guys is you just got to factor in that wind effect. So if you guys haven't noticed, you know, from my Learn or Burn posts, but I've been teaching students about this shot. And in expert, master, the master players, they kind of understand. But the expert, they're struggling with this concept. They're continually missing left, going for that approach, because they're not overplaying the wind. They're not offsetting the guide enough. And that's one of the, you know, best visuals that I want to give you guys, to give you that possibility to, you can see how fractionally I was off. You just needed just a hair more, and I had that sucker. So yet again, so I almost got 3 hole-in-ones. I almost got this one. It just goes to show you low numbers are going to be possible. That doesn't even bring up the 2 albas that I also just gently rolled off to the side. So 6 shots out there through 8 that I haven't made that are just right there. So this setup is going to be very manageable for you guys. I do think, you know, that you'll give yourself good opportunities following this guide. Good luck with this 8th hole. It is going to be one of the trickier ones in my opinion. That pitch is kind of next level. Now, just so you guys have it on your mind, I'm going to switch out of clubs back to my normal bag. You need to make sure that you do this. And I'm going to add it in this post so you can actually physically see me resetting my bag. And of course, for this next hole, we're going to go Apocalypse. So, you know, reset to a standard bag. And on that note, you know, good luck with that hole, guys. Hopefully you get it. And see you guys on hole 9.